Morning, guys. Dano Zero. Quick coffee chat for this morning. Holy crap, that's good coffee, man. I want to just do a quick little update and talk about some things that we learned this past weekend while our power was out. It was really cold and really snowy back then. It's warmed up a bit since then. You can probably see on the hills behind me there's no snow left. We had rain yesterday, which melted all the snow. So, but I know I haven't been putting out a whole lot of stuff here the past week or so. Just been run down and tired. It's hard. The life that we live is not an easy life. It's hard work all the time, and sometimes it catches up with you, and it makes you sit down and take a break for a little while, which is what I'm doing now. I'm going to get some more firewood cut because we used quite a bit when it was really cold here. We used quite a bit anyway because we're always cooking with it. Mabel, go on, go. Got all them woods to run around in. You want to sit here and mess with me? Go on. Look, there's a squirrel right there. Go chase it or something. Sorry about that. Mabel, the camera hog. But, okay, some things that we learned over the wintertime, or this past weekend while the power was out. One, the heat exchanger is a godsend. It definitely will keep the house warm when there's no power. This far into the house got a little chilly, but it wasn't unbearable. It was quite toasty in the house, and we still had, since we had the fire going, we still had the means to cook. And thank God the water wasn't off. We still had water. But even if the water did go off, we have plenty of water stored to cook and clean with. And we had snow that we could have melted. So I wasn't too concerned about the power being out. As a matter of fact, we had gotten up Saturday morning, did all of our morning chores. Me and the kids, we did all of our morning chores, and we didn't even realize the power was out probably until an hour or so into it, maybe an hour and a half or so after being up and getting around. We didn't even realize that the power was out until Leslie tried to get a drink of water out of the refrigerator. It didn't work, and she's like, "Dad, the refrigerator didn't work." And I was like, what's going on? And I thought maybe the water had froze up, and she runs over to the sink and said, no, the water didn't freeze, the water's coming out of the tap. And I was like, well, what's going on? I thought maybe the refrigerator crapped out on me. And I turned and looked at the stove, and the stove didn't have the clock on it either. I was like, what, this stove didn't work either. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think we have any power. And me and the kids got a big chuckle out of the fact that we had been up all morning since before dawn, and we had the lights on, the solar lights on, and we had been cooking, and we already ate breakfast, and we'd done our chores and our morning routine before we even realized that we didn't have any power. So we got a kick out of that. We thought it was kind of funny. But some things that I do recommend is putting plastic up on the window. I put 6mm plastic up back in. I guess it was in November. I went ahead and plastic up all the windows in the house with 6mm plastic, and I'm sure that helped quite a bit keep the cold air out and the warm air in. The back door, there's a lot of cold that comes through the back door, so I just took one of our old blankets that we had and tacked it up, and to keep the cold air out. That helped out quite a bit. And I think the biggest thing was just attitude. We, as a family, we know that if something, we know that there's going to be times when we don't have power, and we've come to kind of be used to that and think that way. So when the power goes out, it's pretty much just a little bit of an inconvenience. We find other things to do. The kids were playing Yahtzee, and they were playing some board games that they got from a good friend of ours for Christmas. And they passed the time, and they went outside and played in the snow and stuff like that. So I think attitude is a huge preparation. Preparing yourself to have a decent attitude whenever something happens, rather than oh, woe is me, we don't have any power, what are we going to do? If you're ready, then you're ready. If you're prepared, then you're prepared, and you can just kind of sit back with peace of mind and say, well, maybe the power will come back on, and if it doesn't, then we're still fine. We've got food. We've got a way to cook the food. We're warm. We're going to go to bed and sleep in the bed with a roof over our head. What else is there really when you think about it? So it was an overall good experience, and it boosted our confidence level knowing the fact that because we were without power for about a week back in the summer, and I think we could have easily gone for a few weeks during the wintertime. Uh, Now, I hope nothing happens to where we do because we already have a difficult life the way that it is as far as hard work goes. We always got stuff to do. We always got work going on. Right now, mainly it's we have a wood pile up on the hill, and mainly our job is bringing the wood down from the hill with the sled and splitting it up, stacking it. We're getting ready to get into start the plants going here before too long for the garden. So I apologize about not being able to respond to as many comments as I would like. I do read the comments. Usually when I'll come in for a break and I'll sit down and drink a cup of coffee and read some comments, and I'll try to respond to a few, but understand I'm only in front of my computer for 30 or 45 minutes a day. I don't sit in front of my computer and have a lot of time to respond to everything. And so I do the best that I can, and I appreciate everybody's understanding. If I don't respond to all your comments, please forgive me. It's just I do the best that I can with what I have. So, other than that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my defrog toad coffee here, sitting out here in God's glory. I'm hoping that the sun is going to come out for a little bit today, get me get some sunshine on my shoulders because it makes me happy, and get a little bit of charge going on the batteries and the solar panels, and just enjoying life out here in the hills, man. Life may be rough, but it's never bad. Take it as it comes. Take it in stride. Make sure that you have your attitude prepared just like you would your food, and you'll be just fine. And like I say, I'm not an expert in anything. I am no better than anybody else. I'm just a dude living out in the hills and making videos, trying to share my experiences with y'all, and hopefully they help. And what more can I say? Enjoy life because it's worth it. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna finish up my coffee and get back after it. Go eat some more sawdust. Thanks for watching. God bless in the end. Buzz, buzz. The end.